Good night, fellow punchers. The clock on the wall is 3 minutes away from 10 o'clock on Monday night. I'm here in the city of the tribe, where herding chokers are aplenty and custard is as scarce as hen's teeth. But rumour has it that Porrick Joyce brought in a couple of creamery cans of the yellow stuff to training sessions last week. So maybe that's where the improvement came. I did say months and months ago that Henry Shefflin should have ordered a lock of it in because they had plenty of it in Clare and Limerick and Kilkenny. Maybe that's what was lacking, I was saying, with the Galway books. But the seldom smoke without fire, so maybe it's true. We got here today about 3:15. Late getting out of Dublin because we went on the Viking tour this morning at 10 o'clock there from Stephen's Green, and it was 11:30 before they were back. Not too many around Stephen's Green or Trinity College this morning. That strike, the Aer Lingus strike, must have a little bit of a burden on it because it was easy enough to get bus parking, and normally it's a hour altogether. It was the same coming out of town. Didn't seem to meet too many coaches, and not too many around tonight either. There's a few, but it's not overloaded. But good crowd round Shop Street in Galway, and we ate in the Dawn Bar. They had, I went for the cottage pie, the full works. Didn't have dessert. They went for a snack, even though it was 4:30, I think, at the time. Or yeah, it was 4:30. I'd have had the dinner if I was them, because when we checked into it after 6 into the hotel, and I don't know where they went after that, I had to park up. So we're heading for Connemara tomorrow at Clifton, Kylemore Abbey, the Sky Drive. So we'll be on the road early, 9 o'clock. We had one horse today, fierce well backed all day, Chagrin. But it's a funny sort of a race. I don't know what happened. He didn't get stuck into him because did he need to? Did he know that there was something wrong? I have no idea. Drawn well, I thought he'd be up at the pace and the 6 furlongs would suit, but it wasn't to be. I was only firing one dart today. I couldn't sort of fancy anything else. A shout out to no, I left the thing in the bus. I'd have done today. I'll do it tomorrow night. I'll get on to tomorrow. It's not. There's not. I've picked a few, but they're not clear cut. They're not. Well, one sort is a shorty. But there's a nice class 2 6 or a mile race tomorrow, and if we look at this, the 3-year-olds gets a £9 allowance. And if you look at it, 3 out of the last 5 years has been won by a 3-year-old, but they were rated in the 90s, 94, 91, 94, and 2 out of the 3 of them were favourites. If you see there where the favourite finished first, second, so it's a favourites race and it's a 3-year-old race. So I always say after the 1st of July, I'd look at that more so than before the 1st of July. There's one that fits the bill, but he's only rated 86. But Buick makes up for that. He's riding for Andrew Balding, Aragon Castle. If we look at the forum, he had a good run the last day. It was second in Goodwood to Queen's Reign, but more so than that, it's the ground. It was good. Previously, it was second, beaten 2 1/4 lengths on soft, and then on heavy, soft before that. When it won its maiden, it was good ground in last July, good ground in Epsom. Hosed up there that day at 11-2. Went back to soft ground then at 6-4 favourite, second. But I'm thinking the ground was against him. I ran a decent race then, 8th of 20, beating 3 lengths in a big York handicap worth 50k. Um, the one I'm afraid of is the top weight, but it'll be hard for the top weight to give £15 to the 3-year-old. James McHenry. Well, we'll see what a top 3 finishes. $7-4 top 3 finish for James McHenry without Aragorn Castle. 11-2. That could be it's an each way play maybe without, or an each way play for anyone that thinks that. Well, let's see what price is that. I forgot to look at that. 5-2, 11-4. That would be the selection. But James McHenry without the Fav or reverse forecast or whatever. There is a nice race in Roscommon tomorrow night, which I'll be missing for the first time in a good few years. The Lenaban Stakes. We had the winner of the last 2 years. Ryan Moore was in it last year. I remember I was in it. It was a big crowd. Moore landed in a helicopter on Espionage, and we had Beamish the previous year. 11-10 last year, but to 7-4 the night before. Beamish 130 SP. I think that was 9-2. Reyes U is the favourite this year, a 7-4 shot, but it's an 8-year-old, and it hadn't ran for a good while till running recently. And I think it needs further, to be honest. I think it had just lost a bit of toe. We all lose a bit of toe when we get on, don't we? I know I certainly am lately anyway. But hadn't ran at all last year, ran 11th September 2022, so I was absent a good while. Staying on fourth, beating 5 lengths to White Birch. Great for him, back the way, beating good horses, second Earl of Tyrone, 5th behind Kiprios. But serious challenge, I think, is an each way bet in it. It's rated 102, the same rating as it was, which was 4th last year in this race as a 3-year-old. It's only beaten 2 lengths. It's a good race the last year behind Harbour Wind that we seen, and prior to that we seen it as well. When I don't think it stayed the full trip of the 1-6. But if we look at last year, Espionage Young Ireland, it was staying on, ran on well in the final 100 yards. The last day it ran,
across the track inside the final furlong, and the action is coming stand side. White Birch has come to the front from Village Voice, and Max is the near side. These three go away from the remainder, and it's White Birch from Max's and Village Voice. They're the one.
That was Reyes U. We were in the Martin Maloney Stakes, weren't we, in Limerick with Harbour Wind. This is it.
Under a sun chart, followed by Dancing Tango.
That's
starting
serious
to appear
challenge.
on the outside of Escalene and Visio and Perfect Portrait as they pass the point of departure. London City, and in the centre is Harbour Wind, being followed by Dancing Tango, trying to get to terms with them on the outside of Serious Challenge as London City falls away to Harbour Wind. On the outside is Dancing Tango, who's delivering a good-looking run. Harbour Wind strongly pressed by Dancing Tango on the stand side, head-to-head going closer. Harbour Wind on the inside of Dancing Tango. It'll go to the judge, however. The Martin Maloney listed race.
Thought of that way back the last day, Deacon ran in Epsom, but I thought it was a solid play with serious challenge each way at what price is it? 13-2. I don't know. There was something telling me about Grays and it could hack up. The shorty that sort of tomorrow looks to be Great Bear. That just run on the flat in England originally. It was rated around the 90 mark. But a good run the last day behind the Bangor Doyle. It was with the Charltons, went to Tom Gibney, and then it went to Henry de Bromhead. Only 2 runs over fences. This is him on the left sticking his nose out. I don't know what's up with this.
With 2 fences to jump. The Bangor Doyle in the yellow and blue Gaelic. Ark trying to challenge over towards the left. Great Bear is coming there. Away from the second last. The Bangor Doyle with Great Bear challenging on the inside. In second, Gaelic Ark under pressure. Third, then final orders. Uncle Phil was pulled up as they head for the final fence. The Bangor Doyle and Carl Miller in the lead from Great Bear. Mike O'Connor, mistake by the leader, but the Bangor Doyle still leads. Great Bear trying to stay on in second. Back in third, Gaelic Ark. Less than 100 yards to race. The Bangor Doyle. Great Bear finishing well on the inside as they go to the line. That's tight on the nod between Great Bear on the inside, the Bangor Doyle on the near side.
The 7-4 shot. It only 2 runs that it should improve for the extra furlong as well. Darragh O'Keefe, hopefully. So that's one early in the day. There's one in 3:15, and then there's one in the evening. There's a couple of beginners chases, but I left them alone. I hate beginners chases unless there's something solid. Anyway, it's Monday night. What do we do on a Monday night? We sing an old song. Try one of Christy Moore's. I was 18 when I came to town, the call of the summer of love. Burning babies, burning flags, the hawks against the dove. I took a job at the steaming way down on Caltrim Street, and I fell in love with a laundry girl that was working next to me. Brown hair zigzagged all around her face, a look of half surprise, like a fox caught in the headlights, there was animal in her eyes. She said to me, can't you see I'm not the factory kind, and if you don't take me out of here, I'll lose me mind. She was a rare thing, fine as a bee's wing, so fine a breath of wind might blow her away, and she was a lost child. She was running wild. She said, as long as there's no price in love, I'll stay, but you wouldn't find it any other way. We bust around the market towns, food packing down in Kent. We could tinker pots and pans or knives wherever we went. We were camping down the Gower, but the work was mighty good. She wouldn't wait for the harvest. I thought we should. I said to her, we'll settle down and get a few acres dug, with the fire burning in the heart and babbies on the road. She said, oh man, you foolish man, that surely sounds like hell. You might be Lord of all the world, you're not own me as well. But she was a rare thing, fine as a bee's wing, so fine a breath of wind might blow her away. And she was a lost child, she was running wild. She said, so long as there's no price in love, I'll stay. You wouldn't want me any other way. Now let's see, I'll have to pull it down here a bit. I forgot to do that. We were drinking more in these days, our tempers reached a pitch, like a fool I let her run away when she took the rambling itch. And the last I heard she's living rough back on the Derby beach, with a bottle of white horse in her pocket a wolf found at her feet. They say that she got married once to a man called Romany Brown, even a gypsy caravan was too much to settling down. They say she rose sure as faded, rough weather and hard booze, maybe the price you pay for the chains that you refuse, for she was a rare thing, fine as a bee's wing, and I miss her more than ever words can say. If I could just taste all her wildness now, if I could hold her in my arms today, oh, I wouldn't want it any other way. Under pressure there, a few times. Hard old song to sing without music. Bash the bookies over and out.